Section 02. Course Design. In the context of English for Specific Purposes (ESP), course design refers to the process of planning and organizing the instructional materials, activities, and assessments to meet the specific language needs of learners in a particular professional or academic context. Course design in ESP typically involves several key steps, including needs analysis, setting learning objectives, selecting appropriate content and materials, designing effective activities, and developing relevant assessments. Needs analysis. Needs analysis is the first step in ESP course design. It involves identifying the specific language needs of the learners based on their field of study or work. This may include conducting interviews, surveys, or analyzing authentic language use in the target context. Needs analysis helps the ESP teacher to understand the learner's language requirements, their communicative tasks, and the language skills and knowledge they need to develop. Setting learning objectives. Once the needs analysis is completed, the next step in ESP course design is to set clear and measurable learning objectives. Learning objectives specify what the learners are expected to achieve by the end of the course in terms of language skills, knowledge, and performance in their professional or academic context. Learning objectives serve as a guide for course content and activities. Selecting appropriate content and materials. ESP course design requires selecting appropriate content and materials that are relevant to the learner's field of study or work. The content should be contextualized, authentic, and aligned with the learner's language needs and learning objectives. This may include using authentic texts, audio recordings, videos, and other materials that reflect real-world language use in the target context. The selected content should expose learners to the language functions, vocabulary, and grammar that are commonly used in their field of study or work. Designing effective activities. ESP course design involves designing activities that provide opportunities for learners to practice and apply the language skills and knowledge in their field of study or work. The activities should be aligned with the learning objectives and relevant to the learner's professional or academic context. These activities may include role plays, simulations, case studies, discussions, and other interactive tasks that allow learners to use language in authentic situations. Developing relevant assessments. Assessments in ESP courses should be aligned with the learning objectives and authentic to the learner's field of study or work. Assessment tasks should reflect the real-world language tasks that learners will encounter in their professional or academic context. These may include writing reports, giving presentations, participating in discussions, or other performance-based assessments. Assessment results can be used to provide feedback to learners, evaluate their language proficiency, and inform future instruction. Adapting to learner needs. ESP course design should be flexible and adaptable to the changing needs of learners. As the learners progress in their field of study or work, their language needs may evolve. ESP teachers should be prepared to adapt the course content, materials, and activities to meet the evolving needs of the learners. This may require updating the content, incorporating new language skills, or adjusting the instructional strategies to ensure that the course remains relevant and effective. In summary, course design in ESP involves a systematic process of identifying learners' language needs, setting learning objectives, selecting appropriate content and materials, designing effective activities, developing relevant assessments, and adapting to learner needs. The goal is to create a course that is contextualized, learner-centered, and aligned with the specific language needs of learners in their professional or academic context.